Okay, welcome back to the show. It is now time to get into TNA and Ring of Honor for this week, starting with TNA and the results from the Turning Point pay-per-view. Here are the quick results. Eric Young won the X Division rankings match to be the #1 contender to the TNA X Division title. Taylor Wilde and Roxy defeated Awesome Kong and Raisha Saeed. Rhino defeated Sheik Abdul Bashir in a non-title match. Beer Money defeated the Motor City Machine Guns to retain the TNA World Tag Team titles. Booker T defeated Christian Cage to stay the Legends Champion. I don't know why that's a title. Kurt Angle defeated Abyss in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Kevin Nash defeated Samoa Joe. And in the main event, Sting defeated AJ Styles to stay the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Now, real quick, I'm going to check right here if there are any matches announced for TNA's last pay-per-view of 08 Final Resolution, and there's not. Very good. So I can do my 2 rants of TNA this week. The first one, Christian Cage might be leaving TNA to go back to WWE. Now, some people are probably wondering, why are you doing this? This is a bad move. Let me explain. I think, in my opinion, Christian going back to WWE is a very good thing. When Christian left in 05, when he left WWE, it was a risky decision, and it was, will he come back? If you think about what Christian has done in the 3 years he's been in TNA compared to the 3 years he could have been in WWE, Christian has done so much better in TNA in the last 3 years than he probably could have in WWE. Who knows where Christian would be today if he had stayed in WWE back in 05. He, it was like on the cusp of getting that push, but it never happened, and he decided, you know what, I'm going to take a chance, I'm going to take a gamble, go to TNA. Obviously, the gamble paid off, because he went on to win the NWA World Heavyweight title on 2 separate occasions, and in his own way became a superstar of his own. So, for him to go back to WWE, I think he got repolished, I think he's gotten better, I think he's ready to make that move back to WWE, to be in a main event position. Who knows, maybe he'll end up with the World Heavyweight title or the WWE Championship, depending on where he goes. But I think Christian is ready. He's had 3 years to, in a way, refreshing himself, get himself back together, and look at where he is now. He could, if he does go back to WWE, I say do it. You got the right to do it. You did as much for TNA as you could, and, you deserve it. I truly do believe you deserve it. Now, the other one, this is sadly a true story. TNA is making an offer to have Sarah Palin, the governor of Alaska, and former vice presidential nominee for John McCain, to attend the Final Resolution pay-per-view. Now, Sarah, let me just say, I'm an independent. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I did vote for you and McCain in the previous election. I will admit it. I'm not going to deny it. But, ever since the election, it seems you've gotten good press. I say, whatever you do for the hockey moms... Hold on, let me do it in my Sarah Palin voice. For the hockey moms, the Joe Six-Packs, and Joe the Plumber... Whatever you do, don't do it. Do not go to TNA. You'll be an embarrassment. You'll probably never want to go back to Alaska. They probably think TNA is that other TNA. You probably think that TNA is another TNA. But please, Sarah, if you're watching this, just don't go to TNA. It's not worth your time. Just do not do it. I hope you like my Sarah Palin impression. Okay, now to go on to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor made their debut last week in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Here are the results. Their pre-show match, was a fatal four-way, which saw Stupefied defeat Excess Dan Paisan and the Green Phantom. A general rule that was changed in Ring of Honor is that they have a 20 count on the floor for every match. Here are the results from the main show. Eric Stevens defeated Eddie Edwards. The Briscoe brothers defeated Kenny King and Kenny Omega. The Necro Butcher defeated Brody Lee by disqualification. Jerry Lynn defeated Delirious. Davey Richards defeated Roderick Strong. Bryan Danielson and Austin Aries defeated Jimmy Jacobs and Tyler Black at the Age of the Fall. And in the Ring of Honor World Title Elimination match, here is the order of elimination. Go Shiozaki eliminated El Generico first. Then Kevin Steen made Go Shiozaki tap, and Nigel McGuinness pinned Kevin Steen at the end, retaining the Ring of Honor World Title. The next night, in Toronto, their pre-show match saw Stupefied and Player Uno defeat Ernie Osiris and the Yellow Ninja. The main show results: Davey Richards defeated Jerry Lynn. Kenny King and Rhett Titus defeated Delirious and Brody Lee by countout. Roderick Strong and Eric Stevens defeated Go Shiozaki and Eddie Edwards, member of Sweet and Sour Incorporated. In a dog collar match, Austin Aries defeated Jimmy Jacobs. From what the notes have said, Jimmy Jacobs bled buckets of blood. Grizzly Redwood defeated Alex Sugarfoot Payne. Bryan Danielson defeated Kenny Omega and Tyler Black in a three-way match. Necro Butcher defeated Nigel McGuinness by disqualification, so Nigel is still champ. And in the main event, Kevin Steen and El Generico defeated the Briscoe brothers to retain the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. Now, on to the shows of upcoming. November 21st, 1 week from tonight, Ring of Honor makes its long-awaited return in Dayton, Ohio. The main event, the Ring of Honor World titles are on the line in a three-way match. Nigel McGuinness defends the title against Austin Aries and Tyler Black. The Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles will be on the line. Kevin Steen and El Generico defend the titles against Jimmy Jacobs and Delirious. Bryan Danielson will face Claudio Castagnoli. Brent Albright will face Davey Richards. Roderick Strong will face Chris Hero in a Lights Out match. And a four-corner survival match has been announced. 2 of the 4 spots have been filled: Sami Callihan and Rhett Titus. Now the next night, 1 week from tomorrow night, November the 22nd, is Ring of Honor's last pay-per-view taping of 2008 in Chicago. Nigel McGuinness, if he is still the Ring of Honor World Champ, will defend the title against American Dragon Bryan Danielson. Samoa Joe makes a one-night-only return to Ring of Honor. He goes up against Tyler Black. Austin Aries will face Jimmy Jacobs in an I Quit match. 6-man tag action with the stipulation to be announced. Roderick Strong, Brent Albright, and a mystery partner at the moment will face Chris Hero, Go Shiozaki, and Davey Richards. Mischief defends the Shimmer Women's title against Sarah Del Rey. Delirious faces Rhett Titus. And in another 4-corner survival match, Claudio Castagnoli, Sami Callihan, and Silas Young are so far the announced men. 1 spot remains. Ring of Honor makes its St. Louis area debut on December the 5th in Collinsville, Illinois. 2 matches have been announced so far. Kenny King will face Kenny Omega, and Mischief, if she is still the Shimmer Women's Champion, will defend the title against Daisy Hayes. And then the next night, Ring of Honor makes its debut in Nashville, Tennessee at the Vanderbilt University Memorial Gym. Nigel McGuinness, if he is still the champion, will defend the title against Jerry Lynn, and in 6-man tag action, it's the Briscoe brothers teaming up with Kenny Omega against Kenny King, Sal Rinauro, and Rhett Titus. That is a look at TNA and Ring of Honor for this week. The Indies are next.